Karina Rizakos here, founder of ProfitableDaycare.com. I am a daycare center business mentor and strategist, and I'm excited to have you here. So if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Today's training is a fun one. It's directed to all my aspiring childcare business owners that are, in the process of getting all the paperwork done, or maybe you're just in the dreaming phase and you're dreaming about the center you're going to own in a few months, in a few weeks, in a few years. This training is specifically for you. I'm going to walk you through a very simple 5-step process that you can follow as of today to create your very own marketing strategy. Now, I know when I say the word marketing, a lot of people get scared. They think, oh, I don't know how to do that. Oh my God, how am I supposed to get the word out? How much money do I have to spend? I don't have a big following. I don't know how to create this, and I don't know how to place an ad. So I just want you to stop for a moment, take a deep breath, breathe. Okay, we've all been there as a business owner. So it doesn't matter if it's a boutique or a restaurant or a salon, you need to have a clear marketing strategy. It's really important that people know you exist. It's really important that your community knows that there's going to be a brand new center opening very soon. And it's important for you to make sure that you're putting out your message to repel the clients that you don't want to have, right? And to attract the clients and the families that you do want to serve. Because I don't believe that every single center is a perfect fit for every single family. So what better way to get your message out and to shine the light on what you do in your services by, getting out in front of your ideal audience, right? So this is a very basic marketing strategy that you can actually start as of today, and to start your, those creative juices flowing. It's going to get you in the marketing vibe. You're going to start to see how things are going to develop in the next few months, and it's going to inspire you and encourage you to keep going, because I know you can do this. So, very first step into your very simple marketing strategy is, before you even open your doors, right? Who are you selling to? You need to think about this question and answer it honestly. Take a few moments, take a few hours, take a few days, I don't care. You need to sit down and you need to have a paper ready, and you need to start writing, who do I serve? Who are my ideal families? How old are the kids? Where do these families shop? Where do these families hang around? Where do these families eat when they go out for supper? What kind of books do these families read? You need to get crystal clear on this and be extremely detailed when you're writing this down. Names of restaurants, names of shops, names of books, names of websites that they might be a part of or following or shopping from. You need to be clear on this, and you'll figure out why a little bit later on when I start talking about step 2 and step 3. But just trust me on this. You need to get clear on who you're serving and who your ideal customers are. Good? Okay. Step number 2. Once you've done step number 1, it's time to create a website. Now, before you panic, I know that a lot of us are not very tech savvy. Maybe we don't have the time, the energy, the knowledge, the skills, and that's fine. You can have a site up and about in a matter of hours. Creating a website now is not the same as it used to be back then, when you used to know, back in a few years ago, you needed to know code and all sorts of things. Now it's just drag and drop. Very basic, very simple. But if you don't want to take on this task, that's fine. You can hire a virtual assistant to take this off your plate. And what a virtual assistant is, it's just very simple. It's just someone that you are going to assign this task to for an amount that you're going to agree on. So you set your own budget and you have an idea in your head of what you want your website to look like, what kind of pages do you want on it, what the colors are going to be, what the fonts are going to look like, what your logo is going to look like, if you have a tagline, have an email address set up already. So you need to get clear on that first and then outsource someone to create the website for you. I've added two links underneath this video. You can go check those out if you need help, if you are outsourcing this task. But if you're not outsourcing and you want to take it on, that's a-okay. I've also included a few links in the bottom of this video that can help you get started. Now, two things that you have to make sure your website has. Well, three things actually. One, you have to make sure that the name is a .com, right? We don't want to see / this and blah, blah, blah. It has to be your daycare's name, .com. That's the first thing. Second thing, you need to have a pop-up form that is going to allow you to collect emails from those that are visiting your website. And why you need this as a business owner is just because you need to make sure that you are growing your following, growing your email list. Every time you host an open house, every time you have spots available, or you're registering new kids, or maybe your center's moving, or you're expanding, or you're organizing something special and you want to get the word out, whatever it is that you're doing in your center, you'll have a pool of emails ready at a touch of a button that you can actually email all this information to. And that's huge, right? So a website allows you to do this, and this is something that you need to have. It's non-negotiable. You can also have a waitlist form as well on your website. So let's say you're opening your center in 4 weeks and you're still missing a few kids in your center, you can actually encourage the viewers to place their child on your waitlist. So there's so many things you could do with a website that you own. But I think the most important thing you can do, it's my point number 3 is have whoever is creating your website, so whether that's yourself or your virtual assistant, optimize the site for SEO. And what that means is that you want to make sure that you don't have any broken links on your page, right? That it loads quickly, it's mobile friendly because everyone is on their iPhone, their smartphone nowadays. But you want to make sure that you are adding in the keywords that your ideal customers are searching when they go on Google, right? So let me explain. If I'm living in Montreal, Canada, and I'm looking for a spot for my 4-year-old, let's say, in Montreal, close to McGill University, let's say, I am going to go on Google, and what am I going to type when I'm searching? I'm not going to type, I need a daycare close, in Alaska. I'm going to type daycare center close to McGill University, right? So think about that and think about what your ideal customers are Googling if and when they're looking for a daycare in your community. And then make sure that those keywords are found on your website, on the title, on the meta tags, in your description. You need to be on top of this. It's really important so that Google can rank you and that Google can place your website in front of your ideal audience, right? So that was step number 2. Step number 3, so after you've done all that and you have a website that's up and running, then you create a Facebook page. Facebook pages are free, very simple to create. You can have one up in a matter of minutes, and they're very simple to create, right? You have the ability off of your Facebook page to link to your website, which is what you want, and I'll explain why. Having a Facebook page serves only one purpose, in my opinion, and that is to place Facebook ads, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. Having a Facebook page does not mean that you own any material that you're posting on Facebook. You don't own your contact list. You don't own, the fans that you have on your Facebook page. You don't own any of that, right? So if Facebook goes blank tomorrow, you'll lose all of that information. So this is why step number 2, having a website with an email list is really important. But having a Facebook page allows you to place Facebook ads. And this is what you want, because as a brand new business owner, you need to have some kind of strategy that you know that every single day there's a part of your business going out there in front of your ideal audience, right? And Facebook ads are the best way and the cheapest way to go about this, just because you can target Facebook ads to show up in front of your ideal customers depending on where you live, right? You can target the language that they speak, you can target their age, where they shop, what kind of shops they visit online, you can target what schools their kids go to. You can target so many things with Facebook ads, and this is amazing because for $1 a day, you can get in front of so many people's faces. So whether you're registering, whether you're opening, whether you're stretching, you're expanding, or whether you are growing your wait list, you can target your ideal customers with a few clicks of a button. And again, for $1 a day. So that's amazing, right? So get on that too. And again, this is a skill that not many people want to take on. They don't want to take on this task just because they're afraid of Facebook ads. And again, this is something that you can outsource to a VA that can set this up for you in no time and show you how to go in and just check if everything's working well. And that's it, right? So amazing. So step number 4, networking. So this is a fun one because I think this is something that as business owners, especially when we work with young kids, we don't do enough of. And what networking is just getting out in your community, right? Letting people know that you exist, letting people know who you are and about your new business and where it's going to be located, what your mission statement is, what your philosophy is, what you're going to stand for, your beliefs, your vision for your business, so that people can start knowing you and they can start trusting you and they can start liking you. Because if they don't know you, trust you, and like you, you're not going to have any customers, right? So how you can go about networking is just very simple. Again, this is something that does not cost a lot of money. You can start really zeroing in on shops that are local to you and your business, where the customers of those shops are your ideal customers. So anywhere where I would find, let's say, a young family with kids under 5, right? So local schools, movie theater, family-friendly restaurants, family-run businesses, just anything that a young family with young kids would be attracted to going, right? You would go reach out to the business owner and tell them about your business, introduce yourself. Maybe you could come up with a referral where, let's say you would offer their customers, I don't know, a 10% discount on registration, or, priority in your center, whatever the case is. Or you might just decide to exchange business cards and have them posted up in each other's businesses. I mean, in my center, I have a huge bulletin board where I post local businesses on. So I have, let's say, maternity classes, I have a few shops, I have Zumba classes for young kids there, yoga classes for young kids, French classes for parents. I mean, there's so many businesses that have approached my business and I've done the same, and we've actually just exchanged business cards, and we get like a steady flow of customers coming in and a steady stream of eyeballs on the website, on my website and my business, because of these other local shops that are sharing our information and my business card with their customers. So that's really fun. And again, it's a fun thing to do because you're going to get to meet, first of all, other business owners, which is awesome, right? You're going to make new friends and you're going to get your business out in your community, and this is what you want. So step number 5, this is the last step of creating your marketing strategy. And this does not have to cost any money either. It's free. So you have your business set up, or you're opening very soon. Why not host an open house / fair? Now, if you cannot do it in your new business, right? Let's say there's renovations happening and you can't host this, find another spot, a local spot, maybe at a park or somewhere where you don't have to actually invest money in renting a space, and invite local shops and local vendors and local business owners to come along with you and have, let's say, tables or booths set up where you can showcase what you have to offer to the families in your community. So let's say if I'm there and I am showcasing my center, I would have someone there that, let's say, sells I don't know, organic baby food, and someone else next to me that makes tutus for little girls, and just they would invite their customers and their email lists. I would do the same. The other vendor would do the same. So you would have not only your customers coming in and actually asking you questions and just finding out about your business, but you would have other people's customers that are your ideal customers, right? Because they are, they're families with young kids. You would have their customers come along too, and they would walk by your booth and you could give them a business card or a flyer or a pamphlet and just get to know them. That's just an amazing way to get to know families, vendors, and your community, which is what you want. Fun things you can do is offer some coffee for the parents, music, and maybe have someone, maybe a friend or someone come in and do some face painting, maybe give some balloons. Inexpensive things, guys, that make a difference and will make you stand out and make your center stand out as well. So those are my 5 tips to get you started on creating your own marketing strategy for your brand new childcare business. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if this was of value to you. Share with a friend. I invite you to hop on over to my website, www.profitabledaycare.com. I have a ton of information on there. Sign up for my newsletter and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you guys next week.